Today I start topic number 4. Topic number 4 is of HTLT line. This HTLT line, they are in two parts. First part is HT line and second part is LT line. So I will take first part, HT line. The definition of HT line you just read. The HT lines are those which supply power to load centers from 132 kV substation. They are also known as sub-transmission line or primary distribution line. Their rated voltage is 11 kV and 33 kV with average span of 50 meter to 80 meters. The number of poles required in a line when we prepare estimate, it is given by total length of the line divided by average span plus 1. So this is the basic definition of HT line. You can read it properly. Now before going into detail estimates, preparation of this line, we first discuss what are the materials required for HT line. So material requirement for HT line along with their diagrams I will give here. Materials used for HT line. Materials used for HT line. HT line are 11 kV, 3 phase, 4 wire, and second is 33 kV, 3 phase, 4 wire. Materials, they are first pole or structure. So poles, they are having RS joist and rail pole and PCC pole. PCC pole means it is pre-stressed cement concrete pole. RS joist, it is having dimension 110 by 90 into 6.3 mm. It is 9 meter long or 11 meter long depending upon requirement. Similarly, rail pole, it is 90 by 60 into 60 into 6.3 mm. They are also 9 meter or 11 meter. PCC pole, they are generally used in the rural area. So their bottom is of 8 inch. So 200 mm, 25 mm per inch, so 8 inch will be 200 mm and upper part is about 150 mm, and they are also available in 9 meter and 11 meter. So these are the poles available for this line. Mostly in rural area we use PCC pole and in city area we use RS joist. Rail pole are very rarely used. So RS joist means rolled steel joist. RS joist means rolled steel joist. They are girder type. You have seen the girders. So this is rolled steel joist. This is having 110. This is having 90, and this thickness is 6.3 mm. These are all dimension in millimeter. So if you extend it, so this is the RH joist. Similarly, rail pole, they are used on railway track. They are having this type of structure. So this is 110 and this is 60 and this is also 60 dia. So this is the rail pole. Okay. And PCC pole, it is simple. From top it is 150 mm and bottom it is 200 mm. Pre-state cement concrete pole. They are known as pre-state cement concrete pole. Now this is the first item, that is the pole. So normally we prepare when estimate, either we use RH joist or PCC pole. Second item is cross arm. Second item for HT line is cross arm. Cross arm are three types. One is H cross arm, second is V cross arm, and third is bracket cross arm. H cross arm is also known as horizontal cross arm. And V, it is having V shape, so it is V cross arm. So horizontal cross arm, it is like this. It is of channel iron of this shape, C section, and this is 90 mm and this is 60 mm, and thickness is again 6.3. So this is H cross arm. Similarly, same section can be used for V cross arm. So V cross arm is like this. This is V cross arm. H cross arm, V cross arm, and then bracket cross arm. Bracket cross arm is of angle iron, and this is for double circuit line, which is to be installed in the city area when there is a congested area. We cannot run 2-3 lines, so we can use this bracket cross arm. This bracket cross arm is made up of angle irons. This is bracket cross arm. So naturally we install insulator on these points and we can run for double circuit. This is used for single circuit, this is also used for single circuit. So I will just draw the diagram by using this cross arm. The pole, how does it look? So suppose I am using PCC pole. So when I use H cross arm, so this is the horizontal cross arm. This is normally 2.2 meter long, and here we can put the pin insulators, and this is a top clamp on which we put the insulator of the top. So this is the diagram of H cross arm HT line. Okay. Section I have already told you, that is C section. ब्रेकेड क्रॉस आर्म में एंगल आयरन यूज करते हैं. दिस एंगल आयरन फॉर ब्रेकेड क्रॉस आर्म which is having size 90 by 60 into 6.3 and 2.2 meter or 2 meter long. It is for bracket cross arm. Is for bracket cross arm. Now second, we use the V cross arm. So V cross arm for the same, it is fabricated out of the same sections, and this is the diagram how we can have a V cross arm. For symmetrical spacing of conductor, we use this RYB phase. So this is R phase, this is Y phase with top clamps we attach here, and this is B phase. This is with nut bolt we tight it. So this is the V cross arm. Now for the same pole, if we use bracket cross arm, then this will be different in design. Normally it is used on RH joist in the city area where double circuit is necessary to the shortage of space available. So we run on the same pole double circuit. These are single circuit. So double circuit used for V cross this bracket cross arm, and the pole will look like this. This is RH joist. As I have told you, the section is H type section. The cross arm is fitted with the help of nut bolts and clamps. They are known as the hardwares. Now how it is double circuit? We can have 1, 2, 3. This is circuit number 1, and similarly we take circuit number 2. This is circuit number 2, and this is for support of the cross arm, that is called bracing. So this is a cross arm for double circuit used on RH joist. Now this particular bracket can be framed in different designs. This is the bracket clamp to which this is attached to the pole, and conductor will run over this. This is bracket cross arm. Now next material is used, it is insulator. Third material used is insulators. There are two types: pin insulator and disc insulator. The pin insulator is like this. For 11 kV we are having one stack pin insulator, and there is a pin which is having this type of screws. Their threads are there inside this, so this can be fixed up on the cross arm. This is, and this the conductor. Conductor will run over this section. The disc insulator, they are normally used on turning location when line is turned more than 30-degree angle. Then we have to use this disc insulator. These disc insulators have different EMS value, electromechanical strength. According to that, they are selected for the line. Normally for 1133 kV we use 7000 kg EMS value. So this insulator can be used one disc for 11 kV and 3 disc for 33 kV. Similarly, when we use pin insulator, so this is one stack for 3 phase for 33 kV. We can use 3 stacks like this. This is 3 stack pin insulator. So this will increase now. So this is for 33 kV and the single is for 11 kV. So this is all about the insulators. Now next item use it is next item use is conductor. Fourth item is conductor. Conductor is ACSR, that is all conductor, aluminum conductor steel reinforced, full form of this. Aluminum conductor, steel reinforced. So ACSR available in different forms: 6/1/2.5, 6/1/3.15, 6/1/3.5, 6/1/4.5, like this. So structure is like this. The center one is a steel wire, and over this 6 wire is of aluminum. Six wire of aluminum. So this is called ACSR. the 6 wire of aluminum and one is of steel. So all wire is stranded together. So this is a 6/1. One is of steel, 6 of aluminum, and each having diameter is 3.5. So this will be the conductor. So any of these use according to loading. Depending upon current rating, we can select any conductor out of this. So this is conductors used for HT line. So pole, cross arm, insulator and conductor. Then next item we use for HT line, it is the bracings. So bracings, they are all used with all type. Normally in bracket cross arm we use bracing of the same angle iron. Angle iron, this is made up of angle iron or channel iron. So there are two size available into 6.3. This is angle iron. This is angle iron 6.3. It is angle iron 110 by 90 into 6.3 angle iron, from which this particular bracket cross arm can be manufactured. Now there is a problem of light, so I avoid the use of board. Next item is stay wire. There are two type of stay used. One is a pole stay. So directly pole can be attached to the pole of the line, and they are used normally at a distance of 1.6 kilometer each. So this 1.6 kilometer is equal to 1 mile. So stay or double pole structure, it can be used in HT line at a distance of 1.6 kilometer or 1 mile. Similarly, earthing is used. That is a pipe earthing used for each pole. Each pole we have one pipe earthing, and they are provided on alternate pole. One pole after another. Suppose the line is this, so first pole earthing is provided, फिर second छोड़ के third पे earthing, this is earthing, this is earthing, like this. So 1, 3, 5, these are the earthing provided on the alternate pole. Now when we talk about stay, so stay is provided whenever there is a line turn. So this is the stay clamp, and from stay clamp, this is the stay insulator, and stay insulator on the bottom, it is having a stay plate. This is of concrete structure, so this will go underground, and there is a stay bolt. This is stay bolt. Stay bolt, stay insulator. Normally this stay insulator is provided at least 6 feet up from the ground level. And here is a turnbuckle. Turnbuckle means from that you can manage this called turnbuckle. This is having turnbuckle having threads so that it can be moved to maintain the tension in this stay wire depending upon the situation. So this turnbuckle can be used for maintaining tension in the stay. Turnbuckle, stay insulator, stay bolt, and this is stay plate which is under the ground. Stay plate. So this stay is used whenever the line is turning more than 30-degree angle. When line is turning more than 30-degree angle, then we use this stay. Or in standard, if line is going straight, so after each 6 to 8 pole, we use one stay. This is for mechanical balancing of the line. So conductor, stay, cross arm, pole, and when line crosses the road, river, or any other, normally 3 types of crossings involved. So we are using guarding for crossing locations. So there is a road crossing, river crossing, and third is railway crossing. So on crossing location, then it is a road crossing, so we are having simple mesh guarding. This is simple mesh guarding we support at the bottom of. This is the mesh guarding. Normally used when line is crossing a road. Similarly, if we go for river crossing, then we are having this type of guarding. This is called cradle guarding. On both the end it is supported by angle iron, and this is 8 SWG GI wire, and this is also of same, and here it is the binding wire. This is also 8 SWG GI wire. So you see, this is a cradle guarding, this is mesh guarding, and this is cradle guarding. This is cradle guarding. The third is used for railway crossing, that is called hexagonal guarding. Again, same materials are used, but only the design of middle element, this is chain, this is hexagonal guarding. So this is used for railway crossing. This is for railway crossing. So all the three types of guarding which is used for road crossing, river crossing and railway crossing. So these guarding are supported on both the end of the pole with the help of a horizontal angle iron, and these wire are fixed on that, and then this central wire can be attached to them. So this guarding also called 4GSL guarding. This is a technical name of this 4GSL guarding. GSL is the galvanized material used for the length, so they are called 4GSL guarding. So this is mesh guarding used for railway crossing. This is cradle guarding for river crossing, and this is hexagonal guarding for railway crossing. This is for river crossing. This is for railway crossing. This is for road crossing. So these are the major item of HT line which I have taken. First pole, second cross arm, third insulator, fourth stay wire, fifth earthing, and sixth is your guarding. So these are the major item. Now minor items may there are different hardwares are there. So whenever we discuss one numerical problem on this, then we will discuss those hardware also. So here I have complete these major items which are used for HT line. Now HT line configuration is 11 kV 3 phase 4 wire and 11 kV 33 kV 3 phase 4 wire. So suppose I am using a V cross arm for a particular line of 33 kV or 11 kV. So how it is seen? So you just see here, here we use a top clamp. On top clamp, the top insulator, top clamp bracket, we can use it, and this is for the side insulators. So they will form a symmetrical spacing by equilateral triangle. If you draw, it is an equilateral triangle. So calculation of inductance of the line is easy. Now every pole is provided at the height of 3 feet or approximately 3 feet. Earthing bolt. This is called earthing bolt. So we run a 8 SWG GI wire, goes up to the earth. You see this. In this line, this is V cross arm. So conductor will run over this, and this is RH joist or PCC pole. This is V cross arm, and this is the earthing bolt. So whenever we prepare the estimate for HT line, then we consider the major item which I have discussed, and then some minor item. They are coming under category of hardwares. So whenever we take one problem of HT line, then I discuss all those other items. So majorly in major counting, you can have these 5-6 items which are the major item of the, this is the major item of the line. So 11 kV line, we have the formula that from 50 to 80 meter is the average span. So whatever length of line is given to you, suppose a 100 किलोमीटर तो बहुत लंबी हो जाएगी. यू टेक 25 किलोमीटर लाइन. नॉर्मली रेडियल फीडर रहते हैं ये. सो इंटू 1000, तो दिस मच मीटर divided by 50. So number of pole will be 500 pole will be there. This is a big line. If you take a small estimate, so suppose we can go for a 1.5 kilometer line. So this is 1000, convert into meter divided by 50. So again this is and multiplied by 1.5 into 100. So this will be 3 से कटेगा तो 30 plus 1, 31 pole will be there. So represent the line on the notebook. You can put like this. These are the location, number of poles depending upon the average span. So line will run like this. Now suppose line turn more than 30-degree angle. Suppose here this line turn like this, more than 30-degree. So we can provide a stay here on turning location. And even if line is going straight, then after 7 to 8 pole, we use one stay. Now in HT line, after a distance of 1.6 kilometer, that is 1 mile, we have to put a DP structure. And this DP structure is like this. This is also called H-pole structure. Whether it is a PCC pole or you can use RH joist. So this DP structure is provided with horizontal cross arm. This is the horizontal cross arm, which is having 2.2 meter long length, 2.2 meter from here to here, and then we can put insulator on this with the help of pin. They are supported on the, and here we put the cross bracings. So this is cross bracing is provided on the H-pole structure. This is H-pole structure is provided after each 1.6 kilometer distance. And for balancing of the line, you can put two stay. Whatever diagram of stay I have given, we can provide two stay. So at 1.6 kilometer distance, we provide this stay or DP structure, and every 1.6 kilometer or 1 mile, we provide a DP structure. This is the DP structure. So these are all about the hardware, the material of major material of HT lines, and hardware we will discuss. Number of things will be there in hardware. So overall about 15 to 20 items will be there in the estimate of HT line. Now come to LT line. LT line majorly used in city area for distribution of electricity to domestic and as well as commercial consumers. And here poles are same as I have discussed in HT line, but only difference is that this pole is of 7 meter long or 9 meter long, while in case of HT we taken 9 meter and 11 meter. So these poles which are available same section, only the height difference is there. Now cross arm for this particular LT line, this is normally a bracket cross arm use, and this pole may be used PCC pole or steel tubular pole. Steel tubular pole. Now according to voltage, this line is up to range, it is 3 wire line for single phase 230 volt and 6 wire line for 3 phase 6 wire for the city distribution. So normally a cross arm is situated like this, and on this cross arm we put the insulators RYB and neutral, and the wire will run like this on this insulator. So this is RYB and neutral. And if we want to take earth wire, so here is a earth wire. This is for earth wire claim, and this can be run below the cross arm. And sometime when it is 6 wire, so you can take a longer distance of this cross arm. The cross arm is of angle iron 90 by 60 into 6.3 mm into 2.2 meter long. This can be fabricated, okay? It is a fabricated cross arm. So this is for LT line. Here also we required a stay. The component of stay I already given. So here turnbuckle, this is stay insulator, then here is stay bolt and base plate. So this, after each 7 to 8 pole we use one stay wire, and whenever line is turning और there is a dead end, आखिरी एंड आता है लाइन का, तब स्टे यूज करना है, और 7 to 8 पोल के बाद एक स्टे यूज करना है. तो ये इसका स्टैंडर्ड है. अर्थिंग आपको यूज करना है अल्टरनेट पोल पे, एक पोल छोड़ के एक पे अर्थिंग यूज करना है आपको. सेकेंडली, जब भी क्रॉसिंग आएगी, रोड क्रॉसिंग नॉर्मली सिटी एरिया में तो रोड क्रॉसिंग और रेलवे क्रॉसिंग, रिवर क्रॉसिंग सभी पड़ती हैं. तो तीनों टाइप की गार्डिंग जो मैंने HT में बताई है, सेम गार्डिंग कैन बी यूज हियर, बट नॉर्मली पीपुल्स प्रीफर टू यूज द मेज गार्डिंग. सो मेज गार्डिंग लगा देते हैं. LT line conductor, this is not ACSR but we use all aluminum conductor AAC, and it is given by 7/3.5, 7/3.15, 7/4.5. these are all aluminum conductor, तो इसको बोलते हैं AAC. So these conductors are used. These are called as AAC conductor, all aluminum conductor. So in LT line, what is difference? Only this cross arm is used. Sometimes people are not using cross arm, and they directly use this shackle insulator here. So shackle insulator, this is of this type, which can be directly fitted on the pole. With the help of clamp, you can put with the help of clamp, you directly put this shackle insulator. Pin insulator which are used in this when we use cross arm, and if we are not using cross arm, then you can use shackle insulator, and directly you run on the pole. With the help of clamp, they are attached to the pole, and then conductor is binding here and this is running like this. So this is the शेकल इंसुलेटर. व्हेन वी डू नॉट यूज क्रॉस आर्म, इसको डायरेक्ट यहाँ लगा देंगे 1 2 3 4 एंड यू रन द लाइन. सो दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द यूज और कॉन्फ़िगरेशन और estimate or type of the site. They all decide which type of insulator or cross arm are to be used. Every alternate pole earthing is there. क्रॉसिंग पे गार्डिंग लगाना है. फिर स्टे लगाने का मैंने आपको बताया कि स्टे ऑलवेज यूज ऑन टर्निंग लोकेशन. जब लाइन 30 डिग्री से ज़्यादा टर्न हो रही तो स्टे लगाना है. नॉर्मल लाइन अगर स्ट्रेट जा रही है तो आपको हर 7 से 8 पोल के बाद एक स्टे लगाना है एलटी लाइन में भी. और अल्टरनेट पोल को अर्थिंग करना है. अब अर्थिंग में क्या है, सिंपल जो पाइप अर्थिंग आपने इंजीनियरिंग ड्राइंग में पढ़ी हुई है. So there is a 19 millimeter dia pipe which is of this nature, and there is a clamp for this. So 8 HWGI wire connect to this, and this whole pipe will go underground. Okay, this whole pipe will go underground and this will go to the bolt. ये बोल्ट जो मैंने आपको बताया है, this is the earthing bolt on which this, ये वायर जो यहाँ आके जुड़ जाएगा इसमें और अर्थिंग हो जाएगा. तो अल्टरनेट पोल पे अर्थिंग करना है. अब जब भी इसका मैं एस्टीमेट डिस्कस करूँगा, फर्स्ट आई विल डिस्कस ए एस्टीमेट फॉर HT line, then one estimate for LT line. So in which I will first write down all the materials for the line, then I will justify the calculations of material and total material how is taken for the problem. So problem में मन से भी कोई सा भी ले सकता हूँ, पर बुक से लेंगे तो उससे आपको थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा कि बुक में जो मटेरियल आप कभी पढ़ते हैं तो मटेरियल यहाँ कैसे जस्टिफाई हो रहा है वो आपको ज़रूरी है. क्योंकि इन बुक्स थेरेटिकल तो बहुत सारी चीज़ दी है लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल डायग्राम नहीं दिए है वहाँ पे. तो स्टूडेंट अगर बुक से पढ़ेंगे तो समझ में आएगा नहीं उनको कौन सा आइटम का यूज़ किया है. सो वेन एवर आई टेक द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ HT line and LT line, one estimate on each, and there whatever calculation is to be done and whatever material taken, I will draw the diagram here and then made the calculation. So first of all I will just take the problem, write the problem, and then calculation part, and after that we will take the materials in the estimate, and I will give the running cost, present cost जो है approximately जो अभी cost चल रही है, that cost I will take. So I will take one problem on HT line and one problem on LT line. So for today this is okay, sufficient that I have covered the theory of HT line and LT line. अब LT लाइन में क्या है, जैसे HT में दो ये 11 और 33 kV और 3 फेज 4 वायर लाइन, तो उसमें क्या है जैसे V क्रॉस आर्म है तो उसके नीचे ऐसी इंसुलेट ये लगा देते हैं अर्थ वायर क्लैम्प और कंटिन्यूसली रन करता है अर्थ वायर. और गार्डिंग का तो आपको पता है, ये जहाँ पे भी गार्डिंग यूज़ करना है क्रॉसिंग पे वो यूज़ करेंगे. LT लाइन में क्या है, सिंगल फेज है तो उसमें 230 वोल्ट सिंगल फेज 3 वायर, तो 3 वायर में एक फेज, एक न्यूट्रल, एक अर्थ वायर, दिस विल बी 3 वायर लाइन। और LT में अगर आपको 6 वायर लाइन लेना है तो दैट विल बी 3 फेज 440 वोल्ट 6 वायर लाइन। तो RYB 3 वायर, न्यूट्रल चौथा वायर, और अर्थ वायर is your 5th wire, and 6th wire is the street light phase. So street light phase normally given to street light, because in the city area we are putting one street light like this. So whatever phase we have taken from street light phase, so neutral, and this is street light. Okay. So we can tape one neutral and phase for this street light. This is the street light. So when we take actual estimate problem, then you can understand better. Whatever material types they are used, I have given the list of material for both the line, HT line and LT line. In LT line, one thing is to be noted that the average span for LT line, it is varies from 40 meter to 60 meter. While in case of HT line, it was vary from 60 to 80 meter. So normally this line, LT line, it is 30 meter span, 40 meter span, मैक्सिमम अप टू 60 मीटर। बहुत रेयर केस में कभी बहुत लंबा एरिया मिल जाए और जहाँ पे ऑब्स्टिकल ज़्यादा आ रहे हो तो वहाँ पे अपन उसकी एवरेज स्पान बढ़ा देते हैं। ये तो नॉर्मली LT लाइन में 30-40 मीटर का स्पान लेते हैं और HT लाइन में 60 to 80 का लेते हैं। तो कैलकुलेशन ऑफ पोल इज वेरी सिंपल, टोटल लेंथ ऑफ द लाइन डिवाइडेड बाय एवरेज स्पान +1 इसलिए लेते हैं कि आखिरी में अपने को डबल पोल स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है या कि स्टेप पोल लगाना है, इसलिए हर लेंथ के पीछे +1 करेंगे। So that depends upon the problem. So next time I will discuss the problem on HT line first, then LT line, and whatever material given in the book, according to that I will just list out the material, put their cost, और कौन सा मटेरियल कहाँ यूज़ हो रहा है वो भी मैं आपको डिस्कस करूँगा, so that you can understand easily. So for today it is sufficient for today. So you just go through all theory whatever I have taken, और इसके आप नोट्स बना लें डायग्राम बना के, और जब मैं प्रॉब्लम लूँगा तो प्रॉब्लम को भी उस ढंग से नोट करें आप। थैंक यू।